Hi, this is Nimita. I'll be continuing the type of clusters topic. Here we'll be discussing about five type of clusters. And the first one is well-separated cluster. A cluster is a collection of items in which each object is closer or more similar to every other object in the cluster than to the every other object. So if you have taken any two different points in a two different groups are separated by a greater distance than any 2 points within the same group, that is also called as a well-separated cluster. Clusters that are well separated do not have to be in a circular or can have any other form. Here I have taken the example of three well separated clusters. The second one is center-based cluster. A cluster is a set of objects in which each object is closer to the prototype that defines the cluster than to the prototype of any other cluster. For example, if we take a data with the continuous attributes, the prototype of a cluster is more often the centroid. When the centroid is not meaningful, such as when the data has categorical attributes, the prototype of is often the mediator. Here, I have taken the example of four center-based clusters. And the third one is the contiguous clusters. An important example of graph-based clusters is a contiguity-based cluster, where two objects are connected only if they are within the specified distance to each other. This implies that each object in a contiguity-based cluster is closer to some other object in the cluster than to any other point in the different clusters. So basically, I have taken here the example of eight contiguous clusters. And the fourth one is density-based cluster. A cluster is a dense region of objects that is surrounded by a region of low density. When there is an irregular or interconnected clusters along with the noise and outliers, this density-based cluster method is used. See, here is the example. So six density-based clusters. So this outer region is a low density one, and these clusters are the dense regions of the objects. And the last one is conceptual clusters. These conceptual clusters can be a shaded property or a conceptual cluster. Finds clusters that share same common property and represent a particular concept. The most general notion cluster in some ways includes all other types. Here, two overlapping concept clusters. This is the example of the shared property because the overlapped region is a shared property. So thank you.